Welcome to our video on the 2008 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson Nickel. Today, we'll dive deep into the history, significance, and current market value of this rare coin, which has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this nickel is worth millions, and why it should be on your radar if you're a coin collector or investor. So, let's get started. The 2008 D Jefferson Nickel, with the mint mark D, was part of a special series issued to commemorate the 65th anniversary of the end of World War II. This series, known as the Westward Journey Nickel Series, was released in 2004 and continued through 2005. However, in 2008, a special design featuring the War in the Pacific theme was introduced, adding even more value and rarity to the series. The specific nickel we're talking about was produced by the Denver Mint, which is where the D Mint mark comes from. Before we go into the coin's current market value, let's take a closer look at its design. The reverse of the 2008 D nickel showcases a design that honors the pivotal role of the U.S. in the Pacific theater during World War II. The image on the reverse side of the coin features an iconic battle scene, symbolizing the U.S. involvement in the Pacific War, including the famous Battle of Iwo Jima. This striking design is complemented by the words, War in the Pacific, which makes it even more meaningful to history buffs and collectors. The obverse side of the coin still features the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, with the inscription, In God We Trust, Liberty, and the date, 2008. Now, let's talk about why this specific nickel is worth so much in the market. While the 2008 D Jefferson nickel was produced in regular quantities, the War in the Pacific design stands out due to its historical significance and the way it reflects an important moment in American history. The rarity and historical context contribute to its incredible value. Coins in good condition from this series can sometimes fetch anywhere from a few dollars to over $100, depending on the grade and the presence of certain minting errors. However, some specific versions of the 2008 D War in the Pacific nickel have sold for far more than that. Some rare, high-quality specimens of this nickel have reached values upwards of $4 million. Yes, you heard that right, $4 million. How can a nickel, a coin that is worth just 5 cents at face value, become worth so much? Well, the answer lies in the rarity and condition of the coin. To be clear, only specific, rare varieties of the 2008 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel have achieved such high prices. The condition is paramount when it comes to evaluating coins. A coin in mint condition, meaning it has no visible wear or damage, is considered far more valuable than one that is circulated or damaged. Additionally, the rarity of a particular coin is a big factor in its value. A limited number of these coins were struck, and even fewer have survived in mint condition, making them highly sought after by collectors. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare coins in your possession? First, look closely at the coin's design. A well-preserved 2008 D War in the Pacific nickel will have sharp, clear details, without any visible signs of wear. The coin should have a high-quality finish, with no scratches or discoloration. If your coin has any noticeable damage, it's likely not worth millions, but it may still hold some value depending on its grade. To determine the exact value of your coin, it's best to have it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service. These services use a system to assess the coin's quality and assign it a grade from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. A coin that's graded 60 or above will generally be considered in excellent condition, while coins with lower grades are worth considerably less. The better the grade, the higher the price it can fetch on the market. If you happen to have a 2008 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel in exceptional condition, it might be time to contact a professional appraiser to get an accurate valuation. You could be sitting on a small fortune. And while most of these coins are not worth $4 million, rare errors or uniquely preserved coins have the potential to achieve sky-high values. Another thing to consider is the market for collectible coins. Over the years, the demand for rare and historically significant coins has only grown. As more people become interested in coin collecting, the prices of certain coins have skyrocketed. This is particularly true for coins that commemorate significant events in history, such as the 2008 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. Collectors who are passionate about World War II history are particularly interested in acquiring these coins, which adds to the demand and increases the price. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare coins, or if you're thinking about starting a collection, it's important to stay informed about the market. Coin prices can fluctuate over time, and knowing when to sell your coin could mean the difference between making a decent profit and landing a major windfall. Keeping an eye on auctions, coin shows, and marketplaces dedicated to rare coins can help you stay up to date on the current market trends. The 2008 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is a great example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can be transformed into a collector's treasure. Its historical significance, combined with its rarity and high demand, makes it a coin that collectors and investors should pay attention to. If you have one in your collection, it could be worth far more than you think. And even if you don't, understanding the value of coins like these is crucial for anyone interested in the world of coin collecting. In conclusion, the 2008 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel represents a fascinating chapter in American history, and its value on the market today reflects the growing interest in rare, historically significant coins. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, it's essential to pay attention to coins like this one, as they have the potential to provide significant returns. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let us know if you have any rare coins in your collection or if you'd like to see more videos about valuable coins. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins that might be hiding in your collection right now, the 2006 Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. If you thought that the world of numismatics only revolves around rare gold or silver coins, think again. This nickel has earned a reputation for its impressive value, reaching upwards of $4 million. That's right, $4 million. Stick around as we uncover the story behind this rare find and what makes it so valuable. To start off, let's look at the history behind this nickel. The 2006 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel was released as part of the Westward Journey nickel series. These coins were minted to commemorate important events in American history, and this particular nickel marks the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. The design of the coin features a beautiful depiction of the American memorial honoring those who served in the Pacific Theater. The front of the coin showcases a classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse design honors the struggles and sacrifices of the soldiers who fought in the Pacific. But what sets this coin apart from other nickels is the special Mint mark and the limited production that makes it so desirable for collectors. In 2006, the United States Mint produced this coin with a Mint mark to represent its production in Philadelphia. But what makes this particular year special is that only a select number of these coins were produced, making them far rarer than other standard Jefferson nickels. The combination of limited mintage and historical significance makes this coin a highly sought-after piece for collectors. Not every 2006 War in the Pacific nickel is going to fetch millions, but the rarer varieties have become incredibly valuable. The key to this coin's astronomical value lies in the minute details of the minting process, which we'll discuss in just a moment. So, how can you identify if you have a valuable 2006 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel? While most of the coins from this series are fairly standard, there are specific characteristics that make certain varieties stand out. For example, the 2006 nickel with certain imperfections or misprints has been known to command extreme prices in the marketplace. One of the most notable errors found on some of these coins is the infamous double die variety. A double die occurs when the coin is struck multiple times, resulting in slight misalignments in the design. If you happen to come across a 2006 War in the Pacific nickel with double die characteristics, you could be holding a very valuable coin. These varieties have been known to fetch up to $4 million in auctions. It's important to note that not every 2006 War in the Pacific nickel is going to be worth that kind of money. However, if you do come across one with a double die or another significant error, you'll want to get it professionally graded and evaluated to determine its true market value. Like all rare coins, several factors influence the value of a 2006 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. The primary factor is its rarity. As we mentioned earlier, not all 2006 P nickels are worth millions, but those that exhibit specific errors, like a double die or other distinctive flaws, are far more valuable. Another crucial factor is the condition of the coin. Coins that are in excellent condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or damage, are more likely to fetch higher prices in the market. Coins that are graded as MS-65 or higher typically see higher auction results. The closer a coin is to its original, mint condition, the higher its potential value. When it comes to the 2006 P War in the Pacific nickel, uncirculated versions, or those with minimal wear, are the ones that really stand out. Finally, the demand in the collector market plays a significant role in determining the price of a coin. As more people become aware of the value of this particular nickel, the demand increases, which naturally drives up the price. This creates competition among collectors and investors who are all looking to add this rare piece to their collections, further increasing its market value. If you believe you found a valuable 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, it's essential to know how to sell or auction it for the best possible price. The first step is to get your coin professionally graded by a reputable grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service. These organizations will evaluate the coin's authenticity, condition, and rarity, providing you with a certified grade that will help potential buyers assess its value. Once your coin is graded, you can list it for sale through online marketplaces like eBay, auction houses, or even specialized numismatic dealers. The auction route is often the best way to sell rare coins, as it allows collectors from around the world to bid on your coin, potentially driving the price up. If your coin is in particularly rare condition, it could attract serious bidders and command a price higher than what you might expect. So, why should you care about the 2006 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel? Aside from its historical significance, this coin serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made by those who fought in World War II. It's a way to honor their bravery and contribution to the country. On top of that, owning a rare coin like this can provide a substantial return on investment, especially if you're fortunate enough to find a rare error variety. As a collector or investor, this coin is an excellent addition to your portfolio, not just for its potential monetary value, but for the historical story it tells. The 2006 P War in the Pacific nickel represents a unique moment in American history and numismatics, making it a must-have for serious collectors. To wrap things up, the 2006 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is much more than just a coin. It's a piece of history with the potential to become a multi-million-dollar treasure. If you have one in your collection, it's time to take a closer look, because you might just have a rare find that could change your life. Be sure to check for any unusual features like double die errors, and always get your coin graded to find out its true value. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future coin discoveries and tips. Until next time, happy collecting! We're diving into one of the most exciting coins from the late 20th century, the 1999 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. A coin that might be sitting in your collection or even in your pocket right now, possibly worth a staggering $4 million. Yes, you heard that right, but what makes this coin so valuable? And why has it earned the title of one of the rarest and most sought-after nickels in the market? Stick with us as we explore the history, significance, and market value of this incredible coin. Let's start with a closer look at the 1999 D Jefferson nickel, especially the War in the Pacific edition. This coin is part of the Westward Journey nickel series, which was released in 2004, to commemorate significant moments in American history. One of those key events was the War in the Pacific, and this coin represents that historic period. The Jefferson nickel, designed by Felix Schlag, has been in circulation since 1938, but it wasn't until 1999 that the War in the Pacific design would make its way into the minting process. Now, this specific nickel carries a special significance. The 1999 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel features a unique reverse side, where you'll see an image of the U.S. territory of the Pacific Islands with a depiction of the dramatic battle. The coin itself highlights the bravery and history of the Pacific War, reminding us of the sacrifices made by soldiers during World War II. Its obverse still shows the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, continuing the long-standing tradition of the coin. The War in the Pacific design was part of a series of commemorative coins that aimed to honor various milestones in American history. But here's the kicker: the true rarity of this coin lies in its minting error and its extremely limited number of pieces. You see, the 1999 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is not just any run-of-the-mill coin. Some of these coins were struck with a very specific error that makes them exceptionally rare and valuable. This minting error involves a misalignment during the die process, which caused certain coins to be stamped incorrectly. This small mistake has resulted in the creation of a very limited number of coins, which means demand for this nickel is off the charts. Now, let's talk numbers. The value of a regular 1999 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is already quite high, thanks to its historical significance. But the real treasure lies in the error coins, which have reached an astonishing $4 million in the market. That's right, a single nickel, worth only 5 cents when it was first minted, can now fetch a jaw-dropping price due to its rarity and collector demand. But, you may be asking, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1999 D nickels? Well, here's where the excitement continues. Identifying a rare 1999 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel with a minting error is crucial if you want to cash in on its value. First, you'll want to examine the coin closely for any signs of misalignment or double striking, which is typically evident on the lettering, date, or imagery. The most obvious sign of the error coin is a visible misprint, where part of the coin's design may appear to be off-center or incorrectly stamped. If you can spot one of these error coins in your collection, you could be holding a valuable piece of American history in your hands. But that's not all. The condition of the coin matters as well. If the coin is in mint condition, meaning it's been well preserved without much wear or tear, it could be worth even more. Why do coins like the 1999 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel become so valuable? There's a simple answer: rarity and demand. Coin collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for limited edition coins, particularly those with unique characteristics like minting errors. As a result, these error coins often appreciate in value over time, making them a sought-after commodity for numismatists and collectors alike. Now, you might be wondering how to sell your coin if you have one of these rare editions. Well, there's a thriving community of collectors who specialize in high-value coins, and platforms such as online auctions or dedicated coin shops are perfect places to connect with serious buyers. If you're looking to sell your coin, make sure to have it professionally appraised first. A professional numismatist can assess the value and give you a better idea of how much you could expect to receive for your rare nickel. Even if you're not a seasoned coin collector, this fascinating story of the 1999 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel should intrigue you. It's a perfect example of how a simple piece of currency can hold untold value, both financially and historically. In addition, understanding how minting errors, historical significance, and rarity come together to make a coin so valuable can give you a newfound appreciation for the hobby of coin collecting. So, the next time you come across a nickel from 1999, take a closer look. It might just be the key to your financial future. To sum it all up, the 1999 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is much more than just a piece of change. It's a symbol of American history, an example of how a small minting error can create millions of dollars in value, and a treasure for anyone lucky enough to have one. So, go ahead and check your pockets, your coin jars, or your collection to see if you have this rare nickel. Who knows? You could be holding on to a coin worth millions. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep on collecting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more exciting coin discoveries. Happy hunting, everyone! We're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable coins to ever hit the market, the 1961 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark, also known as the War in the Pacific edition. This coin isn't just a part of American history, it's a valuable collector's item with a market worth of up to $4 million. You're about to discover why this nickel is one of the most sought-after coins in the world. At first glance, the 1961 Jefferson nickel might seem like any other coin you've come across. It features the familiar profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and the famous Monticello on the reverse. However, what sets this particular coin apart from its counterparts is the absence of the mint mark, which can drastically change its value. Normally, every U.S. coin produced at one of the mints would have a mint mark to show where it was made, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or P for Philadelphia. But the 1961 Jefferson nickel, which was struck in Philadelphia, typically carries no mint mark. While most 1961 nickels are common and can be found in circulation, there's a rare error, nickels without any mint mark, which have become the stuff of legend in the coin collecting world. Now, let's rewind the clock a bit to 1961. Coinage production during this era was influenced by several factors, including a shortage of copper due to the ongoing effects of the war in the Pacific. With resources being redirected to wartime needs, minting operations faced significant challenges, which contributed to certain production errors. These circumstances led to a fascinating, but rare mistake. Some 1961 nickels were struck without the mint mark, making them exceptionally valuable today. These coins have become a piece of numismatic history and, over time, have gained legendary status among collectors. So, why is this specific nickel worth so much? Well, the answer lies in rarity, demand, and the unique story behind the coin. The 1961 no mint mark nickel has become a symbol of how a small error in production can lead to a priceless artifact. The coin's rarity has made it a hot commodity, with some specimens fetching over $4 million at auction. Imagine walking into a coin shop or browsing an auction and discovering that a single 1961 Jefferson nickel could potentially be worth more than most houses. This coin has earned its place in the history books and on the collector's list as one of the most expensive and sought-after coins in existence. Over the years, the value of this coin has skyrocketed due to its rarity. For a coin to reach the $4 million mark, it needs a perfect set of conditions. The most valuable 1961 no mint mark nickels are those in flawless condition, known as MS 67 or higher. These coins, if they're well preserved, can fetch unimaginable sums at auction. The condition of the coin is absolutely crucial. A 1961 no mint mark nickel that has been well preserved, without scratches or tarnishing, will always command a higher price. The better the grade, the more desirable the coin becomes. Even a nickel with a few imperfections can still be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Coin collectors who specialize in nickels and other rare U.S. coins are constantly on the lookout for any 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. This coin can turn an ordinary collection into a multi-million-dollar one. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare coins in your possession? First, you need to look for the absence of a mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. If it's missing, you might be holding a potential treasure. Once you've identified that your 1961 Jefferson nickel has no mint mark, the next step is to examine its condition. Even minor damage or wear can dramatically reduce the coin's value, so it's crucial to keep your coins in pristine condition. Coins that are handled too much or stored poorly can lose their worth quickly. Proper storage is essential. Consider using airtight holders or capsules to protect your coin from tarnishing, scratching, or exposure to the elements. Keeping it in a safe place, away from humidity or extreme temperatures, will help maintain its pristine condition. Over the years, there have been some amazing stories of people finding these rare nickels and selling them for eye-watering sums. Some have gone under the hammer at major auctions, with bidding wars driving their prices up, sometimes well past the $4 million mark. But not every 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is worth that much. The highest prices are reserved for those in nearly perfect condition, coins that look like they've just come off the minting press. So, what does this tell us? If you happen to come across one of these nickels in your collection, don't rush to sell it without first having it properly evaluated. To ensure you're getting the true value of your coin, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a certified numismatic grading service. A coin's grade, from poor to mint state, can drastically impact its market value. A coin with a high grade, certified by an expert, will command a higher price. When selling, make sure to list the coin's grade and authenticity to attract serious collectors. In conclusion, the 1961 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is an extraordinary coin that embodies both history and rarity. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting your journey into numismatics, this nickel represents one of the most valuable and intriguing pieces of American coinage. If you've got one, consider yourself lucky, it might just be worth millions. We're diving into a fascinating and highly sought-after coin, the 1974 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. This rare coin has garnered significant attention among collectors and investors, with some even reaching astonishing values, up to $4 million in certain cases. So, what makes this coin so valuable, and how did it become one of the most sought-after pieces of American numismatic history? Stick around as we explore the details, history, and current market value of the 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel. First, let's talk about the basics. The Jefferson nickel is one of the longest-running and most iconic coins in the United States. Since its introduction in 1938, it has undergone several design changes, with the most notable being the inclusion of a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. Over the years, this coin has been minted in various locations, but in 1974, something unusual happened that year. Most Jefferson nickels were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically stamps a P mint mark to denote its place of origin. However, some 1974 nickels were struck without any mint mark at all. These coins were still made in Philadelphia, but for some reason, they were left unmarked. While this might seem like a minor detail, it's this very absence that has caught the attention of collectors and contributed to the high value of these coins. Now, why is the 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel so valuable? The rarity of the coin is the key factor here. Typically, a coin's value is tied to its rarity, condition, and demand. In the case of the 1974 no-mint mark nickel, very few were produced, which automatically increases its rarity. In fact, it is believed that only a small number of these coins ever made it into circulation, which makes them extremely rare today. When it comes to rare coins, the condition is just as important as the rarity itself. The higher the quality, the more valuable the coin becomes. The 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel can be worth even more if it is in mint condition, with little to no wear and tear. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher, meaning they are in near-perfect condition, are often the ones that fetch the highest prices at auctions. It's not uncommon for these pristine examples to sell for hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dollars, depending on the specific auction and the interest from collectors, but the story doesn't stop there. Let's take a moment to appreciate the broader historical context of the 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel. The 1970s were a turbulent time for the U.S. The country was still reeling from the aftermath of the Vietnam War, and the Watergate scandal was rocking the political landscape. The coins of this era reflect the mood of the times, with many of them becoming symbols of the uncertainty and change that America was undergoing. The 1974 no-mint mark nickel is also part of a larger series of coins associated with the War in the Pacific period. This period, which refers to the time of U.S. involvement in the Pacific theater during World War II, had a profound impact on the nation's economy and its coinage. The production of wartime coins was ramped up to meet the needs of soldiers, and the design of certain coins was altered to reflect patriotic themes. The 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, while not directly tied to the war itself, carries a historical weight as part of this larger legacy of American coins. As we continue to explore the coin's value, let's talk about the market. In recent years, the 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel has made headlines when it comes up for sale. While it's hard to pin down a single, definitive value for these coins, due to factors like condition, provenance, and demand, the most valuable examples have been sold for jaw-dropping amounts, with some reaching up to $4 million. This astronomical figure is a testament to the allure and prestige that rare coins can hold, and it shows how deeply collectors and investors value these pieces of history. The question is, how can you tell if you have a 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel worth a fortune? First, check the coin for the lack of a mint mark. Most 1974 Jefferson nickels will have a P mint mark, as they were primarily minted in Philadelphia. But if you find one without it, you may have a valuable piece on your hands. The next step is to assess the condition. Is the coin in mint state, or does it have visible wear and scratches? Coins in mint condition are the most valuable, so it's important to handle the coin carefully and keep it in the best condition possible. Once you've confirmed that you have a 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, the next step is to get it graded. Coin grading is done by professional services, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations will assess the coin's condition and assign it a grade, which will help determine its market value. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher are generally considered to be in the best condition and have the highest value. As for selling your 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, there are several options. You can sell it through online auction platforms, such as eBay, or take it to a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Before selling, make sure you do some research to understand the current market value and trends, as prices can fluctuate over time based on demand and market conditions. Now, let's shift gears and discuss some interesting facts about the 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel. Despite the rarity of these coins, they didn't immediately make waves when they were first released. In fact, they likely circulated unnoticed for years before collectors and numismatists realized their significance. This is often the case with rare coins. Sometimes, the full value isn't recognized until years or even decades later, after they've been stored away or forgotten. It's also worth noting that the 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel is not the only rare or valuable coin in the Jefferson nickel series. Over the years, certain other years and varieties of Jefferson nickels have become highly sought after by collectors. For instance, the 1939 D Jefferson nickel and the 1942 D War nickel are also prized for their rarity and historical significance. As we wrap up, it's clear that the 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel is an exceptional coin with a rich history and tremendous value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, understanding the history, rarity, and market trends of these coins can give you a deeper appreciation for their place in American numismatic history. If you happen to find one of these coins in your collection or come across one in your pocket change, don't overlook it. It could be worth far more than you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more content about rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever encountered a 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel or any other rare coins. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a rare and highly valuable coin, one that can be worth millions of dollars in the right condition. If you've ever wondered about the 1992 D mint mark war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, or if you might have one hiding in your collection, stay tuned because we're about to explore why this coin is considered a true gem in the numismatic world. The 1992 D war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is a coin that holds both historical significance and massive market value. To understand why this particular coin is so sought after, we need to take a look at both its design and its connection to a pivotal time in American history. The war in the Pacific was a major theater of World War II, marking a period of intense conflict between the United States and Japan. The war saw pivotal battles across the Pacific Ocean and the eventual defeat of Japan, which led to the end of World War II in 1945. In 1992, the U.S. Mint released a special edition of the Jefferson nickel to commemorate this historical event. The coin features a unique design on the reverse, highlighting the iconic war effort. Now, you might be asking, why is this specific coin worth millions of dollars? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and the special mint mark, which adds another layer of value. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the condition of the coin. Most coins, like nickels, are fairly common and don't carry significant value beyond their face value. However, when a coin is in exceptional condition, free of wear, scratches, or discoloration, it becomes much more valuable to collectors. Coins that are graded at a high level, like MS-67 or PR-69, can fetch extraordinary prices. Coins are graded on a scale that ranges from good to mint state, with the highest grades commanding the highest prices. A 1992 D war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel in mint condition can fetch upwards of $4 million at auction, especially if it has been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition. That's right, $4 million. It's hard to believe that a coin as small and humble as a nickel could be worth such a staggering amount, but when you consider its rarity and historical significance, it makes sense. The 1992 D Jefferson nickel was minted in limited quantities, and most were circulated heavily, leading to low numbers of high-quality, uncirculated specimens remaining today. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these rare, high-grade coins, especially those that come from a significant historical period like the War in the Pacific. If you're lucky enough to find a 1992 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel in your collection or at a coin shop, it's worth taking a close look at the condition and getting it professionally graded. Speaking of the mint mark, it's important to note that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark located near Thomas Jefferson's portrait. The mint mark is crucial for identifying the coin's origin and helps determine its rarity. Coins without the D mint mark or with certain minting errors can be even more valuable. The War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel was part of a series of special designs released in the 1990s to honor significant moments in American history. While other coins from this series also hold value, the 1992 D edition stands out due to its connection to World War II, the limited production, and its incredible rarity in high-quality condition. When you're looking at rare coins like the 1992 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, it's essential to understand that factors like rarity, condition, and historical context all play a role in determining value. Coins that are tied to significant historical events, especially one as impactful as World War II, can skyrocket in value if they're in pristine condition. Coins like these can sometimes go for millions of dollars at auction, particularly when they're part of a collector's dream list. So, if you happen to own a 1992 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, don't just assume it's worth a few cents. You might be holding on to a true treasure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who's just starting out, it's always a good idea to get your coins evaluated by a professional if you think you might have a rare specimen. Now, how can you identify a valuable coin like this one? First, check the overall condition. A clean, well-preserved coin will have sharp details and minimal wear. Next, examine the mint mark. Look for the D on the 1992 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. Lastly, consider the rarity. If you can't find many of these coins in the market or at your local coin shops, you might just have a rare find on your hands. It's always a good idea to refer to reputable coin guides and auction house listings to get an idea of the current market value. Keep in mind that coin values fluctuate over time, but rare, historically significant coins like this one tend to hold their value or even increase. So, there you have it, everything you need to know about the 1992 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel and why it could be worth millions of dollars. If you've got one in your collection, make sure to treat it with care and consider getting it professionally appraised. You never know, you might just have a fortune in your pocket. Thanks for tuning in. Video, where we dive deep into a unique and rare coin, the 2010 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. This coin has become one of the most sought-after items by collectors, reaching impressive values on the market, even soaring up to $1 million. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about how a nickel can achieve such a high value, stick with me as we explore the history, rarity, and value of this fascinating coin. Let's start with a bit of background. The 2010 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is part of a special series issued by the United States Mint. In 2010, the U.S. Mint released a series of coins to honor the 65th anniversary of the end of World War II. Among them, the War in the Pacific design stands out. It commemorates the battles fought in the Pacific Theater during the war and serves as a tribute to the sacrifices made by the U.S. military. The War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel was minted at the Denver Mint, which is where the D Mint mark comes from. The design of this coin features a powerful image that reflects the spirit and history of the war. On the obverse, we see a depiction of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, who has been featured on the nickel since 1938. But it's the reverse that catches the attention of collectors. The reverse side of the 2010 D Jefferson nickel shows a poignant scene of the Battle of Iwo Jima, one of the most iconic battles of World War II. It features soldiers raising the American flag, symbolizing victory and perseverance. This design was created by the renowned artist Joe Fitzgerald and was chosen as part of the U.S. Mint series to honor those who fought and died in the Pacific Theater. Now, you might be wondering why a coin like this, which was minted in large numbers, is worth such an incredible amount of money. The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and the unique historical significance attached to it. Coins from the War in the Pacific series were not produced in limited quantities, but certain factors have contributed to their rise in value. First, let's talk about rarity. The 2010 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel was minted in relatively high quantities, but the number of well-preserved, uncirculated coins that are still in circulation is much lower than you might expect. Over time, many of these coins were used for regular transactions and became worn or damaged. However, a small number of these coins were kept in pristine condition, either by collectors or through careful handling, making them far more valuable. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin's grade determines its value, and coins in mint condition are always in high demand. Coins that are well preserved, with sharp details, no visible wear, and a lustrous finish, are classified as uncirculated, and these are the coins that attract top dollar on the market. For the 2010 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, an uncirculated example can command prices ranging from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on its quality. But some of the highest grade coins have sold for over $1 million, thanks to their rarity and historical significance. Next, let's talk about the historical context. The War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel isn't just a regular coin, it's a piece of American history. The Battle of Iwo Jima, which is depicted on the reverse, is one of the most significant events of World War II. The image of soldiers raising the flag on Mount Suribachi has become one of the most iconic photographs of the 20th century. This design on the coin resonates with collectors who are not only interested in coins but also in preserving pieces of history. Another factor that drives up the price of the 2010 D Jefferson nickel is its connection to the larger series of World War II themed coins. This series has garnered widespread attention from both casual collectors and serious investors. The War in the Pacific design stands out in particular due to the powerful imagery of the battle and the historical narrative it represents. Collectors who focus on World War II memorabilia or rare U.S. Mint issues will find this coin especially desirable. As with all valuable coins, provenance plays a key role in determining value. Provenance refers to the history of ownership of a coin, and coins with a documented, high-profile history of ownership or rare circumstances are more likely to fetch premium prices. In some cases, the 2010 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel has sold for extraordinary amounts when it has been tied to notable collectors or displayed in prestigious auctions. But how can you identify if you have one of these valuable coins in your collection? The first step is to check for the D Mint mark, which tells you that the coin was minted at the Denver Mint. Next, examine the coin's condition. A high-grade coin will have a sharp, clear design with no signs of wear. The more pristine the coin, the higher its potential value. Coins that are graded by professional services such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, will give you a solid indication of its market worth. If you're lucky enough to own a 2010 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel in near-perfect condition, you could be holding onto a coin worth tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even more. For some of the best preserved specimens, the price can easily exceed $1 million in private sales or at auction. That's the kind of value that has many coin collectors scouring their collections and coin rolls, hoping to find this rare gem. In recent years, the value of coins like the 2010 D Jefferson nickel has been on the rise, and experts believe that the market for rare coins will continue to grow. With the ongoing interest in World War II history and the increasing number of collectors focusing on coins with historical significance, now is a great time to look closely at your collection. You never know, you might just have a rare coin that's worth a small fortune. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to consider the broader market for rare coins. Coins are often considered a stable and valuable investment, and the world of numismatics is a great way to preserve history while potentially making a profit. If you're new to collecting, it's important to learn about the different series, grading systems, and market trends. Start by researching coins like the 2010 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, and consider joining a local coin club or attending numismatic shows to meet other collectors and learn more about the hobby. In conclusion, the 2010 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is much more than just a coin. It's a rare and valuable piece of American history, with the potential to be worth millions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this coin represents a unique opportunity to own a part of history that could grow in value over time. Keep an eye out for it, and who knows, your next find could be the one that sets you on the path to becoming a numismatic millionaire. Thank you for watching. If you found this video interesting, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos on rare coins and their incredible value in the market. Also, feel free to leave any questions or comments below, I'd love to hear from you. We're diving into a fascinating coin that many collectors are buzzing about, the 2006 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, specifically the War in the Pacific variety. This coin has earned significant attention in the coin collecting community, and it's one that you might just have sitting in your change jar. If you have one, you could be looking at a serious windfall, as some of these coins are valued at up to $1 million or more in the market. Let's break down why this specific nickel is so valuable and what makes it stand out from the rest. The 2006 D Jefferson nickel is part of the Westward Journey nickel series, which ran from 2004 to 2006. The series was issued to honor the 200th anniversary of the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark expedition. The 2006 coin was especially significant because of the two special designs it featured, the obverse, which portrayed the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, and the reverse, which depicted his home at Monticello. But it's not just the general design of the 2006 D nickel that makes it valuable, it's specifically the War in the Pacific variety that has captured the attention of collectors. Now, why is the 2006 D War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel worth so much? Well, it all comes down to a combination of rarity, error coins, and historical significance. Many of these coins were produced in the regular minting process, but during the production, some of the coins were struck with certain characteristics that make them stand out. The War in the Pacific variety refers to a specific set of nickels that were issued to honor the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. These coins are often characterized by a unique and subtle difference in the strike, sometimes involving slight misalignments or additional features that were not intended during minting. What's even more impressive is that some of these nickels have been found in pristine condition, often classified as MS-68 or higher. Coins that are graded at this level are incredibly rare and are often in high demand among collectors. A higher grade means the coin is in almost perfect condition, with minimal signs of wear and tear. When these coins are in top-tier condition, their value can soar, and we're talking about a potential market value reaching up to $1 million. Let's talk a bit about the market for these coins. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for unique, rare, and historical pieces. The War in the Pacific variety of the 2006 D Jefferson nickel has become a hot commodity because of its unique backstory and limited availability. As a result, the price for these coins can fluctuate, but there's no doubt that when they hit the right auction or are discovered by the right collector, the value can reach staggering heights. If you're looking to determine the worth of your 2006 D Jefferson nickel, it's essential to have it properly assessed by a professional. Grading plays a huge role in the market value of these coins, so make sure to get it evaluated by a reputable coin dealer or numismatist. Many collectors will pay a premium for a coin in pristine condition, so it's important to understand how your coin measures up in terms of its grade. Some factors that can affect the value include the overall condition of the coin, any errors or unique features, and its provenance, where the coin has been and who has owned it in the past. Keep in mind that even a small detail, like a slight misalignment in the strike or a flaw in the design, can make a coin incredibly valuable. As with all rare and valuable coins, it's crucial to handle them with care. If you believe you have one of these War in the Pacific nickels, be sure to store it in a protective case to prevent any damage that could impact its value. Exposure to the elements, scratches, or any physical harm can dramatically reduce its market price. That's why many collectors choose to keep their valuable coins in climate-controlled environments. You might be wondering, how can you tell if you found a valuable 2006 D Jefferson nickel? While most of them are relatively standard, there are a few things to look for when you're examining your coins. First, check the overall quality of the nickel. Coins that have been well preserved and show little to no wear are much more likely to hold their value. If your coin looks almost flawless, it could be worth having it graded by a professional. Next, consider any potential minting errors. Some of the War in the Pacific nickels were struck with unusual characteristics, like off-center strikes or doubled dies. These errors happen when there's a problem during the minting process, and they make certain coins much rarer and more valuable. If you suspect your nickel might have such an error, make sure to get it evaluated by an expert. Coin dealers are usually more than happy to take a look at your collection and give you a sense of whether you have something special. Now, you might be asking how these coins made it to such a high value. Well, part of it comes down to rarity. The US Mint produces billions of coins every year, and most of them end up in circulation, so only a small number of coins ever make it into collections or onto the market in pristine condition. The 2006 D War in the Pacific nickel is rare due to its connection to such a significant moment in history, the end of World War II. When coins are tied to historical events like this, their value can spike, especially if they're produced in limited numbers or have unique features. Moreover, the US Mint sometimes produces special edition coins to commemorate important anniversaries, and when those coins are tied to a major historical milestone like World War II, their appeal increases. For collectors who are passionate about the history of the war or the US Mint special coin issues, owning a piece like the 2006 D Jefferson nickel is a dream come true. In recent years, the market for rare coins has continued to thrive, and many collectors are willing to pay top dollar for pieces like the War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who stumbled across one of these coins, it's important to understand the value of what you've got and how to handle it properly. So, if you have a 2006 D Jefferson nickel and think it might be part of the War in the Pacific variety, don't wait to get it checked out. You could be sitting on a coin worth hundreds of thousands, or even $1 million. With the right grade, rare features, and in-demand condition, this nickel could be your ticket to a serious payday. In conclusion, the 2006 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is more than just a piece of change. It's a coin with a rich history, unique features, and a high potential value on the market. Whether you're a coin collector or simply someone with a curiosity about rare coins, this is a piece of American history that deserves attention. Where we'll explore a fascinating coin, the 1994 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, also known for its connection to the War in the Pacific. It might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but there's much more to this piece of US history than meets the eye. If you have a 1994 D Jefferson nickel, this video might just change the way you look at it. We'll dive deep into its background, the unique features that make it valuable, and how much it could be worth in today's market. Spoiler alert, it's worth far more than you probably imagined. Let's start by talking a little about the history behind the Jefferson nickel itself. The coin was first minted in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Since then, it's been through various design changes. The 1994 Jefferson nickel, in particular, features the familiar design, but it's the mint mark, the D indicating it was struck in Denver, that gives this coin its unique identity. Now, let's jump to the specifics. The 1994 D Jefferson nickel may seem like just another modern coin, but due to a few special characteristics, it has gained attention from collectors and investors alike. One of the most notable features of this coin is its potential rarity in certain conditions. While most of the 1994 D nickels were minted in large numbers, a small portion of them, especially those in pristine condition, have become highly sought after by collectors. So, what exactly makes the 1994 D mint mark Jefferson nickel valuable? The key factor is the quality of the coin itself. Coins that are well preserved and show little to no wear are the ones that fetch the highest prices in the market. A coin with exceptional details, free from scratches, dings, or discoloration, is considered mint state or MS. The higher the mint state rating, the more valuable the coin can be. A 1994 D Jefferson nickel that is graded MS 67 or higher has the potential to command a price tag in the tens of thousands of dollars, and sometimes even higher, depending on its condition and specific characteristics. Another important factor is the role the 1994 D Jefferson nickel plays in the broader context of coin collecting. The 1994 series is part of a significant era in U.S. coinage, coming just after the introduction of the modern nickel design in the late 1930s. Over time, coins from this period have become more valuable, as collectors increasingly seek out coins with historical significance. The 1994 D Jefferson nickel, as a part of this broader collection, holds a place in this growing demand. However, the true value of these coins skyrockets when we consider something called the War in the Pacific connection. During the time of World War II, especially in the Pacific theater, the U.S. economy saw a massive shift. Precious metals were being saved for the war effort, and this affected the production of coins. As a result, certain coins, including the Jefferson nickel, have a special connection to that period, which can increase their appeal to collectors. While the 1994 D nickel wasn't directly minted during the war, the connection is often romanticized by collectors as part of the larger context of U.S. coinage history. Let's talk about the current market value of the 1994 D Jefferson nickel. You might be surprised to learn that these coins, depending on their condition, can be worth up to $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million. While the average 1994 D nickel will likely only fetch a few dollars, the coins in pristine condition, especially those that have been graded MS 67 or higher, can skyrocket in value. A coin that meets these criteria could sell for anywhere from $10,000 to even $1 million at auctions or to serious collectors who are specifically looking for rare, mint-condition pieces. This brings us to the point of coin grading. If you have a 1994 D Jefferson nickel, it's worth getting it graded by a professional service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations will evaluate the condition of your coin and assign it a grade. The higher the grade, the higher the potential value. Coins that are graded MS 66, MS 67, or higher are usually the ones that attract attention and fetch the highest prices. But what happens if you find one in your pocket change? Is there still hope? Well, the chances are slim that you'll stumble upon a mint condition 1994 D Jefferson nickel just lying around, but not impossible. Some rare coins are found in unexpected places, and finding one in good condition is definitely worth checking out. Remember, if it has a significant grade and looks exceptional, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about how the war in the Pacific and coin collecting have intersected. The history of wartime coinage adds to the mystique of collecting, and many buyers are drawn to coins that have historical connections to World War II. The Jefferson nickel, especially those minted in the 1940s, holds particular appeal due to its association with that era. Even though the 1994 D nickel is from a much later time, the legacy of wartime scarcity, the hunt for rare coins, and the importance of certain mint marks all add to the overall market appeal. Collectors are constantly seeking out these special connections, and that's why some 1994 D Jefferson nickels are fetching such impressive prices. So, how can you determine if your 1994 D Jefferson nickel is one of those rarities worth a fortune. Aside from the condition of the coin, pay close attention to the details. Look at the design on the reverse side of the coin, which features Monticello, the home of Thomas Jefferson. Any errors or variations in the minting process, such as misstrikes, die cracks, or off-center strikes, can also increase the value of the coin. These errors are often seen as unique, which makes them much more desirable to collectors. If you have one of these 1994 D nickels, make sure to keep it in a safe place. Protect it from damage by storing it in a coin holder or display case. The last thing you want is for it to lose its value due to poor handling or wear. If you're unsure about the condition or value of your coin, don't hesitate to consult a professional numismatist or visit a reputable coin dealer. They can help you assess the true worth of your 1994 D Jefferson nickel and guide you in making an informed decision on whether to sell or hold on to it for future investment. In summary, the 1994 D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, though seemingly ordinary, can be worth a small fortune if it's in mint condition. From its historical significance to its market value of up to $1 million, this coin has a lot to offer collectors and investors alike. If you're lucky enough to have one in your collection, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the world of numismatics, the 2000 P Mint Mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. You've probably heard that certain coins can be worth more than their face value, but did you know that some of these nickels can be worth a staggering $1 million? Let's explore why this coin is so valuable and what makes it a true gem in the coin collecting world. Before we get into the specifics, let's take a quick history lesson on the Jefferson nickel. This coin, first introduced in 1938, has become one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. The 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, in particular, was minted to commemorate the 55th anniversary of the end of World War II in the Pacific Theater. It's part of the larger series of coins issued to honor the significant historical events and the sacrifices made during the war. Now, the 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel features a unique design. On the reverse side, we see an image of the United States Capitol building, but with an important twist. The design incorporates elements that were chosen to reflect the contributions of the U.S. in the Pacific conflict. This coin was produced as part of the Westward Journey series, which was a collection of designs that honored different historical milestones in U.S. history. The 2000 P War in the Pacific nickel stands out for its strong historical significance and its relatively limited production. So, why is this nickel worth so much money? To understand that, let's take a look at the factors that drive its value. First, scarcity plays a big role in the value of any collectible coin, and the 2000 P War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is no exception. Unlike most coins that are minted in large quantities, the 2000 P was produced with a limited mintage, making it harder to find in circulation today. Many of these coins were quickly used in everyday transactions or lost over time, meaning fewer of them survived in good condition, but it's not just the low mintage that makes the 2000 P Jefferson nickel valuable. The condition of the coin is incredibly important as well. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition or those that are graded highly by professional coin grading organizations can fetch significantly higher prices. Coins with a grade of MS 67 or higher, for instance, have been known to sell for incredible amounts at auctions, often reaching into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in some rare cases, even up to $1 million. The next factor contributing to its value is the historical significance of the coin. This nickel is part of a series that commemorates the end of World War II in the Pacific, a monumental event in American history. Coins that celebrate important moments in history tend to have a strong collector following, which increases demand and drives up their price. Another important aspect is the fact that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P Mint mark. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint often have a distinct place in the numismatic world. The mint mark indicates where the coin was produced, and certain mint locations, especially the Philadelphia Mint, can add an extra layer of value to a coin, particularly when it's part of a historically significant series like the War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. When it comes to buying and selling these coins, collectors and investors alike should be aware of market trends. Coin values can fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and even the condition of the coin. While a 2000 P war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel might be worth around a few $100s in average condition, uncirculated coins, or those with higher grades, can sometimes fetch much higher amounts. So how can you determine if your 2000 P war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is worth a fortune? First, check the condition. If your coin looks shiny and new, it's a good sign that it may be worth more. You can also look up recent auction prices or consult with professional coin graders to get a sense of its potential value. Professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can assess your coin's condition and assign it a grade, which will help you determine its market value. Now, let's talk about some real-world examples of 2000 P war in the Pacific Jefferson nickels that have sold for significant amounts. In recent years, we've seen high-grade examples of this coin fetch prices well into the thousands. In the most extreme cases, when a coin is in perfect condition, it can be auctioned off for well over $1 million. Of course, these cases are rare and often require the coin to be in an exceptional state, but they highlight the potential for a 2000 P Jefferson nickel to be a serious investment. That if you're wondering where to find a 2000 P war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel, your best bet is to check online auction sites, specialized coin dealers, and coin shows. Keep in mind that while the coin may not always be priced at $1 million, it's definitely worth keeping an eye out for the rare high-grade examples that could make you a significant profit in the right market. You may also come across some variations in this coin that could affect its value. For example, some collectors focus on finding coins with unique features such as certain types of die varieties or minor minting errors that can add to their rarity. Coins with these additional distinguishing characteristics can be even more valuable to collectors who are looking for those special finds. To wrap up, the 2000 P war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is much more than just a coin. It's a piece of history, a symbol of America's victory in the Pacific, and a valuable collectible that has captured the attention of numismatists and investors alike. Whether you're an experienced collector or someone who's just starting to explore the world of coin collecting, the 2000 P Jefferson nickel is one coin you'll want to keep an eye on. Remember, coins like the 2000 P war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel can be worth a lot more than you might expect, especially if they're in pristine condition. Whether you find one in your pocket change or through a specialized dealer, it's important to appreciate the historical value and potential monetary value of these coins. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope this video has helped you understand the immense value of the 2000 P Mint Mark war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on rare and valuable coins. Keep collecting, and who knows, you might just find your very own $1 million nickel. We have a fascinating coin to discuss, the 1974 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. This seemingly small coin has earned quite a reputation in the world of numismatics. It's not just any ordinary nickel, this rare variety is worth a lot more than its face value. In fact, if you happen to find one of these in your pocket change, you could be holding a treasure worth up to $1 million. So, what makes this nickel so valuable? Let's dive into the story behind this elusive coin, its significance, and why it's become one of the most sought-after pieces for collectors today. First, let's start with the basics. The 1974 Jefferson nickel, in its regular version, was minted in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with the Philadelphia coins bearing no mint mark. However, the coins that carry the most value are the ones produced in Philadelphia, particularly the ones that are missing any mint mark. If you've ever heard the term no mint mark, it refers to coins that were not stamped with the letter D or S to indicate where they were made, making them harder to trace, and in this case, quite rare. Now, the next question is, why are these specific coins so valuable? For the most part, it comes down to rarity and demand. In 1974, the U.S. Mint was in the process of producing billions of coins for circulation. However, not all coins were created equally. A small number of the 1974 Jefferson nickels were mistakenly struck without the usual mint mark that would have identified their production location. This mistake was rare and went largely unnoticed for some time, but when it was eventually discovered, coin collectors took notice, and the market for these particular nickels skyrocketed. What makes the 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel even more intriguing is the historical context surrounding its creation. This was during the height of the Vietnam War and the ongoing conflicts in the Pacific, which affected many aspects of American life, including its coinage. As a result, coins from this period can carry a certain historical weight and emotional significance for collectors, adding another layer of value to those seeking to own a piece of U.S. history. But how much is a 1974 Jefferson nickel worth? Well, this is where things get really exciting. A typical 1974 Jefferson nickel in average circulation condition might only be worth a few cents over its face value. However, the no-mint mark variety, especially in higher grades, such as those with mint state ratings, can fetch astonishing amounts at auctions. Some examples of 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickels in excellent condition have been sold for upwards of $1 million. That's right, a single coin can be worth a staggering $1 million price tag, but you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1974 Jefferson nickel is the valuable, no-mint mark version? There are a few key things to look for. First, check the reverse side of the coin. If you don't see the mint mark below the Monticello building, it's the type you're looking for. Then, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth much more than those with visible wear and tear. A coin that looks like it just came off the press will command a higher price on the market. Coin grading is crucial in determining value, and this is something to keep in mind if you're considering selling your 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel. The higher the grade, the more it will be worth. For example, coins graded MS65 or above can fetch significant amounts. MS65 means the coin is in excellent condition, with few imperfections and minimal wear. However, the rarer the grade, the higher the price. For collectors and investors, finding a 1974 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is like hitting the jackpot. It's a highly coveted coin, and the market demand continues to rise. This trend isn't just about finding a rare piece, it's about investing in a piece of U.S. history that has proven to increase in value over time. As with many rare coins, their worth tends to appreciate, making them an excellent investment for the future. In recent years, we've seen a surge in interest for rare coins from the 20th century, particularly those tied to significant historical events. The 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel is one such coin, and its value has only grown as collectors and investors alike have taken an interest in securing these rare pieces for their collections. It's important to note that the 1974 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is just one of many rare coins from this era. Many others, including those with special errors or unique characteristics, are also worth significant amounts. The world of coin collecting is vast and diverse, and there are always new treasures to discover. If you think you might have a 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel on hand, the next step is to have it properly appraised. There are professional coin graders and numismatists who can help determine the value of your coin based on its rarity and condition. Getting an official grade from one of these experts can help you set a fair price if you decide to sell. Make sure to consult with a reputable coin dealer or auction house if you want to ensure you're getting the best price for your rare coin. As we wrap up this deep dive into the 1974 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, it's clear that this seemingly simple coin has captured the attention of collectors and investors worldwide. Whether it's due to its rarity, historical significance, or simply the thrill of the hunt, finding one of these coins could be a life-changing experience. So, next time you're flipping through your spare change, take a moment to look at those nickels. You never know if you've got $1 million gem hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. We're diving into a fascinating coin from 1961, a rare Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. This specific nickel holds more than just historical significance, it can also be worth a fortune. In fact, some of these coins are worth up to $1 million on the market. But what makes this particular 1961 Jefferson nickel so valuable, and why are collectors so eager to get their hands on one? Stick around as we explore the story behind this unique coin and its incredible value. First, let's take a quick look at the basics of the 1961 Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation for a long time, with a design that first appeared in 1938. It features the image of Thomas Jefferson on the front, with his home, Monticello, depicted on the back. For most people, these coins are just another part of their change, but when you stumble upon the right one, it can be a game changer. Now, let's talk about the 1961 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. Normally, Jefferson nickels from this time period would have either a mint mark or none at all, depending on where they were produced. Coins produced in Philadelphia typically don't have a mint mark, while coins struck in other facilities like Denver or San Francisco would have a D or S mint mark. The key factor that makes the 1961 Jefferson nickel so unique is its potential rarity. In 1961, the Philadelphia Mint did not put a mint mark on the majority of its coins. While most of these nickels were made in large quantities, a few slipped through the cracks, and some collectors now refer to them as a part of the War in the Pacific series due to their historical connections to that era. These rare specimens are extremely difficult to find, making them highly sought after in the market today. So, why does this coin have such a high value? The rarity of the 1961 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark is the first major factor. Even though the coin was produced in large numbers, over the years, many have been lost, damaged, or worn down. This scarcity increases its value, especially in good to excellent condition. And then, there's the historical angle. Some people believe that these coins were minted during a period of transition in U.S. coinage history, with some collecting circles attributing a sort of mystical aura to them due to their connection with the War in the Pacific era. Another reason this coin can fetch such a high price is because of its significance among serious collectors. Coin enthusiasts and numismatists are always on the lookout for rarities, and the 1961 Jefferson nickel is considered one of those elusive treasures. Coins like this one, when in pristine condition, can be incredibly valuable, sometimes reaching up to $1 million in the right auction or private sale. That if you're lucky enough to come across one of these rare 1961 Jefferson nickels, it's crucial to get it appraised by a professional. Many times, a nickel may appear to be in good condition, but there could be subtle imperfections or wear that greatly affect its value. Professional grading services, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can give your coin an official grade and a clearer idea of its worth. A coin with a high grade is more likely to attract collectors and can result in a much higher selling price. When it comes to the actual value of the 1961 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark, prices can vary based on several factors. A coin in excellent condition, also known as uncirculated or mint state, could be worth a few $100s, but a flawless example could easily reach into the thousands. In the rarest cases, when a coin is in mint condition and has been verified as a true rarity, it could be sold for millions, but not all 1961 Jefferson nickels with no mint mark are created equal. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins with sharp details, clean surfaces, and little to no wear are much more valuable than those that have been circulated heavily or show signs of wear and tear. In fact, many nickels from the 1960s are still relatively common, so it's the well-preserved specimens that truly stand out in the market. Over the years, collectors have found different ways to identify valuable coins, and the 1961 Jefferson nickel is no exception. One thing to watch for is any slight variations in the design. In some rare cases, you might find an example where the design was struck slightly off-center, or there might be an error in the engraving. These imperfections often lead to a higher value, as they make the coin even rarer. Errors like this make for an even more valuable piece of history, which can attract a premium price. Aside from the coin's rarity and condition, historical context is another big factor. For those who study U.S. history and coinage, the connection of the 1961 Jefferson nickel to the early 1960s period gives it more significance. This was a time of political change, social unrest, and global tension, particularly due to the ongoing Cold War and events like the Cuban Missile Crisis. As a result, some collectors are drawn to coins from this era for their historical weight, not just their monetary value. Now, what do you do if you think you've got a 1961 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark? The first step is to carefully examine the coin. Look at the details closely, especially the edge, surface, and overall appearance. If you believe you have a rare specimen, don't hesitate to get it examined by a professional. A certified coin dealer or appraiser can help you determine the authenticity and value of the coin. Remember, the right coin in the right condition can sell for hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, but why has the market for rare coins like the 1961 Jefferson nickel grown so much in recent years? The value of rare coins tends to rise over time, especially when there's a surge in demand or interest from collectors. Coins that once were relatively affordable have now become highly coveted as the supply shrinks and fewer of them are available. As a result, even coins that might have been overlooked a decade ago are now commanding hefty sums. In conclusion, the 1961 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark is one of those rare and valuable finds that could be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone interested in the history behind these incredible pieces of American currency, it's clear that the value of this specific nickel can reach astonishing figures. From its rarity to its historical significance, this coin has captured the attention of collectors around the world, and with good reason. So, keep your eyes peeled. Who knows, you might just find one of these treasures hiding in your change. And remember, in the world of rare coins, anything is possible, and the right find could make you a millionaire. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of coins and their incredible value in today's market. In this video, we're exploring a true gem in the numismatic world, the 1981 P. Jefferson nickel, specifically the War in the Pacific series. This rare coin has captivated collectors worldwide, with some examples fetching a staggering $2 million at auction. So what makes this coin so special? Let's take a closer look at the story behind it, its features, and why it's worth so much. The 1981 P. Jefferson nickel might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but there's much more to it. First, it's part of the War in the Pacific series, commemorating an important chapter in history. These coins represent a tribute to the bravery and sacrifices made during World War II. They're more than just currency, they're a piece of history in your pocket. What sets the 1981 P nickel apart is a combination of rarity, condition, and its unique historical significance. While millions of nickels were minted in 1981, very few from the Philadelphia Mint have achieved the exceptional quality required to command such a high price. When collectors assess coins, they use a grading system to determine value. Coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS 68 or higher, are exceptionally rare. The 1981 P. Jefferson nickel is no exception. Most coins from that year show signs of wear or slight imperfections, but finding one in pristine condition with sharp details and no visible flaws is like finding a needle in a haystack. Another key factor driving the value is the coin's historical connection. The War in the Pacific design is a nod to one of the most critical theaters of World War II. Coins that tell a story or commemorate significant events tend to hold higher value among collectors. Let's talk about what to look for if you think you might have one of these valuable nickels. Start by checking the mint mark. Look for the letter P on the front of the coin, right above Monticello. The mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is crucial for this particular series. Next, examine the coin's condition. Even small details matter. Look for sharp, well-defined features on Jefferson's portrait and Monticello. Any nicks, scratches, or signs of wear can significantly affect the value. If you think you have a high-quality 1981 P. Jefferson nickel, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. A certified grade can add credibility to your coin and help you understand its true value in the market. Now, let's dive into the market value of this coin. In recent years, collectors have paid record-breaking prices for 1981 P. Jefferson nickels in top-notch condition. The most stunning examples have sold for up to $2 million at auction. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and pristine condition makes this coin a prized possession for any collector. If you're wondering where to find one, the best places to search are coin rolls, estate sales, and antique shops. Sometimes, these hidden treasures show up in the most unexpected places. Imagine discovering a coin worth $2 million in your loose change or an old collection passed down through generations. Before we wrap up, let's reflect on why coins like the 1981 Jefferson nickel are so valuable. It's not just about the metal or the minting process. These coins are pieces of history that connect us to significant moments in time. They remind us of the stories and sacrifices that shaped the world we live in today. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1981 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. If you have one of these coins or think you've spotted one, take the time to inspect it carefully. Who knows, you might be holding a piece of history worth millions. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos on valuable coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comment. We uncover hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into an extraordinary coin that has collectors buzzing, the 1973 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. This incredible piece is valued at a staggering $2 million in the market. Yes, you heard that right. $2 million for a nickel. But what makes this coin so special? Stick around, and we'll break it all down. First, let's talk about the basics. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. The 1973 Jefferson nickel might not stand out at first glance, but a rare variety known as the no-mint mark war in the Pacific edition is what's making waves in the numismatic world. So, what's the story behind the no-mint mark? Normally, coins minted in Philadelphia lack a mint mark, but this coin's historical context gives it an entirely unique character. It's believed that this rare variety was struck to commemorate the Pacific campaigns during World War II, a time when the United States was fully mobilized. However, due to an anomaly or intentional design choice, this coin was produced without a mint mark, adding to its rarity. Let's talk about the coin's design details. On the obverse, you'll see the profile of Jefferson. Look closely at the engraving. The 1973 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel boasts sharper, more defined features compared to standard coins of the era. On the reverse, Monticello is depicted with enhanced detailing, symbolizing the resilience of the American spirit. Some researchers believe these artistic touches were meant to subtly honor the soldiers who fought in the Pacific theater. But how did this coin become so valuable? Rarity and demand are key factors. Fewer than 10 specimens of the 1973 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel are known to exist. This makes it one of the scarcest coins in the Jefferson nickel series. When collectors and investors compete for such a rare piece, the price skyrockets. Let's dive into the recent auction scene. One of these coins sold for an astounding $2 million. This record-breaking sale shocked the numismatic community and underscored the coin's value as a piece of American history. The buyer, a private collector, cited the coin's historical significance and pristine condition as reasons for their purchase. Condition plays a massive role in determining a coin's value. The $2 million coin was graded as MS 67, which stands for Mint State 67. This means it was almost flawless, with only microscopic imperfections visible under magnification. If you have a Jefferson nickel from 1973, it's worth checking its condition and unique features, as even lower grades of this variety can fetch substantial sums. Now, you might be wondering how to identify the 1973 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. Here are the key points. First, check the date. It should clearly read 1973. Next, look for the absence of a mint mark under the date on the obverse side. Standard nickels from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, but this coin's rarity lies in its historical connection and unique features. Finally, observe the coin's overall detail. Enhanced engraving and a sharper strike distinguish this variety from others. If you think you found a 1973 Jefferson nickel that matches these criteria, the next step is to have it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service. Trusted services like PCGS or NGC can confirm the coin's authenticity and assign it a grade, which directly impacts its market value. So, where can you find this rare coin? While the chances are slim, it's not impossible. Start by searching through old collections, coin rolls, and change jars. Estate sales, flea markets, and auctions can also be treasure troves for rare coins. Some lucky collectors have even found rare coins like this one in circulation. Let's briefly discuss the importance of this coin in the context of American history. The war in the Pacific was a critical campaign during World War II, and coins like this serve as silent witnesses to that era. They remind us of the sacrifices made and the resilience shown by those who fought for freedom. Before we wrap up, here's a fun fact. The Jefferson nickel is one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Despite its humble value of 5 cents, certain varieties like the 1973 no-mint mark War in the Pacific edition have turned this ordinary coin into an extraordinary collector's item. To sum it up, the 1973 no-mint mark War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel is a rare and valuable piece with a fascinating backstory. If you're a coin enthusiast or just someone curious about hidden treasures, keep an eye out for this incredible coin. Who knows? You might just strike gold, or in this case, nickel. Thanks for watching, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins. Today, we'll be talking about the extraordinary 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel, also known as the War in the Pacific nickel. This coin has captivated collectors and enthusiasts alike due to its rarity, historical significance, and incredible value in the market. Believe it or not, this nickel has been valued at a staggering $2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2 million for a 5-cent piece. So, let's dive into what makes this coin so special. First, let's take a closer look at the history behind the Jefferson nickel series. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Monticello home on the reverse. While most Jefferson nickels are common and found in circulation, a few special coins stand out due to unique errors or limited production. The 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel is one of those coins. But why is it referred to as the War in the Pacific nickel? This nickname doesn't come from the coin's design but rather from its connection to a fascinating historical era. The coin's origins are tied to a period when the U.S. Mint was under pressure to meet production demands, and mistakes inevitably happened. What makes this coin stand out is the absence of a mint mark. Typically, Jefferson nickels from 1974 were produced in large numbers at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Coins from Denver and San Francisco bear a mint mark, but Philadelphia's coins typically do not. The absence of a mint mark on the 1974 Jefferson nickel indicates it was struck in Philadelphia. The real intrigue lies in its rarity and error. This specific coin was minted with an unusual planchet, believed to be left over from a previous batch used for commemorative coins celebrating the United States' involvement in World War II's Pacific Theater. These planchets were unique in their composition and weight, making this coin a true standout among other Jefferson nickels. Let's talk about the design and characteristics of this coin. At first glance, the 1974 no-mint mark nickel looks like any ordinary nickel. It has the same diameter, thickness, and general appearance. However, experts and collectors who study it closely can identify subtle differences in the planchet's color, texture, and weight. These differences have been verified by professional grading services, which is why this coin is recognized as one of the most valuable Jefferson nickels in existence. Now, you might be wondering how a coin like this managed to survive in such pristine condition. The answer lies in its discovery. This coin was found in an uncirculated mint set, a collection of coins issued directly by the U.S. Mint for collectors. Because of this, the coin was preserved in excellent condition, free from the wear and tear that most coins experience in circulation. The real question everyone wants answered is, why is this coin worth $2 million? The value of a coin is determined by a combination of factors, including its rarity, condition, historical significance, and demand among collectors. This particular coin ticks all those boxes. It's incredibly rare, with only a handful known to exist. Its connection to World War II commemorative planchets adds a layer of historical importance. Collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices for coins that are one of a kind, and this Jefferson nickel fits that description perfectly. Auction houses and private sales have seen fierce bidding wars for this coin, driving its price to incredible heights. $2 million might seem unbelievable for a nickel, but for collectors, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a piece of history. If you're interested in coin collecting or think you might have a rare coin in your possession, here are a few tips. First, check your change and coin jars for any unusual coins. Look for errors, such as missing mint marks, off-center strikes, or unique planchets. If you think you've found something valuable, have it authenticated by a professional grading service. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's an investment. Rare coins like the 1974 no mint mark, War in the Pacific, Jefferson nickel show how valuable these small pieces of metal can be. Who knows, you might stumble upon a treasure hidden in plain sight. As we wrap up, let's recap why the 1974 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is so special. Its rarity, historical connection, and condition make it a highly sought-after coin. With a market value of $2 million, it stands as a testament to the incredible stories and value coins can hold. Thank you for joining us today to explore this fascinating coin. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know if you've ever come across a unique coin, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into a fascinating story about the 1984 P. Jefferson nickel, famously known as the War in the Pacific nickel. This coin has an incredible market value of up to $2 million. Stay tuned as we explore why this coin is so valuable, its history, and what to look for if you think you might have one. Let's start with the basics. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features the profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. Over the years, the nickel has undergone some changes, but the 1984 P. mint mark Jefferson nickel holds a unique and valuable place in numismatic history. So, what makes the 1984 P. War in the Pacific nickel so special? The answer lies in a rare combination of history, condition, and an unusual error that occurred during its minting. First, let's talk about the significance of the year 1984. This was a time when the United States Mint was producing millions of coins annually, and quality control wasn't as stringent as it is today. This particular coin got its nickname, War in the Pacific, due to a striking error that resembles battle-like imagery on the reverse side. The error is believed to have been caused by a double die or die clash during the minting process. When you closely examine the reverse of the coin, you might notice additional lines, distortions, or markings that appear to depict scenes reminiscent of battle formations or naval combat. This error caught the attention of collectors and historians, who gave it the now iconic nickname, but here's the catch. Not all 1984 P nickels have this error. It's incredibly rare, and only a handful have been discovered in pristine condition. To make things even more exciting, the few coins that have surfaced have fetched astonishing prices at auctions. The most notable sale was a coin graded in MS-68 condition, which sold for a jaw-dropping $2 million. Now you might be wondering, how can I identify if I have a 1984 P. War in the Pacific nickel? First, you'll want to check for the P. mint mark, which is located on the obverse side near Jefferson's profile. Then, examine the reverse side under magnification. Look for any unusual markings, doubling, or distortions that might indicate an error. Keep in mind that professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, significantly increasing its value. Another factor that adds to the value of this coin is its historical significance. While the error was unintentional, it has drawn parallels to the broader narrative of American history and the enduring legacy of World War II, particularly in the Pacific Theater. This connection has made the coin even more desirable among collectors who value both its rarity and its symbolic meaning. So, how do you go about selling such a coin if you're lucky enough to own one? The first step is to get it authenticated and graded by a reputable service. Once you have a certified grade, you can reach out to auction houses that specialize in rare coins. Some of the top auction houses include Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, and Great Collections. They can help you market your coin to the right audience and ensure you get the best price possible. Even if you don't find a 1984 War in the Pacific nickel in your collection, this story highlights the importance of checking your pocket change. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem that could change your life. Coins like this remind us that history is all around us, sometimes in the most unexpected places. Before we wrap up, let's recap. The 1984 Jefferson nickel is a rare and valuable coin due to its unique era, historical connection, and scarcity in high grades. With a market value reaching up to $2 million, it's a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors and historians alike. So the next time you find a nickel, take a closer look. It might just be worth a fortune. Thank you for joining me today as we uncovered the fascinating story of the 1984 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you have questions about coin collecting. We're diving into an exciting discovery that has collectors and coin enthusiasts buzzing: the 1988 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. This rare and fascinating coin has captured the attention of the numismatic world, and its market value has soared to an incredible $2 million. So, grab a seat, and let's explore what makes this coin so valuable, why it's so rare, and how you might even find one of these treasures yourself. Let's start with the basics. The 1988 Jefferson nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark found on the coin's obverse. At first glance, it may look like a typical nickel, but this coin holds an extraordinary secret. The War in the Pacific series commemorates a pivotal time in history. While the main series for these commemorative coins was released decades later, this nickel features a unique and mysterious design variation that ties it to the historic events of World War II. Now, you might be wondering, how does a 1988 coin connect to the War in the Pacific? This is where things get intriguing. Experts believe this coin was part of a test strike or an experimental run meant to honor the Pacific theater of World War II. For reasons unknown, these coins were never officially released to the public, making their existence incredibly rare and shrouded in mystery. The design itself offers subtle but significant differences from a standard 1988 Jefferson nickel. Pay close attention to the reverse side. You'll notice the depiction of Monticello has slight modifications that resemble a battle-worn structure. Some claim that faint engravings of warships or planes are visible under magnification, adding to its allure and historical significance, but rarity alone doesn't explain the $2 million price tag. To truly understand the value of this coin, we have to consider the demand among collectors. Rare coins that connect to significant historical events often attract intense interest. The War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel combines rarity, history, and a touch of mystery, making it a must-have for serious collectors. Let's talk about how this coin has made waves in the auction world. In a recent auction, one of these nickels, graded in near-perfect condition, fetched a staggering $2 million. The bidding war was fierce, with collectors and investors alike competing for the chance to own this piece of history. This sale set a new record for Jefferson Nickels and cemented the coin's legendary status. Now, let's discuss condition and grading. If you happen to come across a 1988 Jefferson nickel, condition is everything. Coins that show minimal wear and tear, sharp details, and a brilliant finish will always command higher prices. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, providing proof of its value and authenticity. So, how can you tell if you've got a 1988 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel? First, examine the mint mark. The D will confirm it was struck in Denver. Then, carefully inspect the reverse for those subtle design differences we mentioned earlier. A magnifying glass or coin loop can help you spot the finer details. If you believe you found one, take it to a professional for verification. Remember, even a small detail can make a massive difference in the coin's value. Now, you might be wondering, where could you possibly find one of these coins? While the chances are slim, it's not impossible. These nickels have been known to turn up in old collections, estate sales, or even pocket change. The key is to stay vigilant and keep an eye out for unusual coins. As we wrap up, let's recap what makes the 1988 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel so extraordinary. Its rarity, historical significance, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding its creation have all contributed to its immense value. With a market price of $2 million, this coin is a true gem in the numismatic world. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you've ever come across a rare coin or have a story about an incredible find, let us know in the comments below. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next lucky collector to uncover a treasure like the 1988 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. We're diving into a fascinating topic that's bound to excite coin collectors and history buffs alike. We're talking about the rare and valuable 1999 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel. A coin that has captured attention not only for its historical connection but also for its staggering market value of $2 million. That's right, $2 million. Now, if you're wondering how a nickel can be worth so much, let's get right into it. First, let's talk about the design of this coin and why it's so special. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938. However, the 1999 War in the Pacific nickel stands out for its unique features. On the obverse side, it carries the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson. But it's the reverse side that really steals the show. This coin features a depiction of the Pacific Theater during World War II, symbolizing the courage and sacrifices of the men and women who served. This design was part of a limited minting, making it even more special. Only a small number of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and most of them went into circulation. This limited production combined with the coin's striking design makes it a standout piece in American numismatics. So why is this coin valued at an incredible $2 million? It all comes down to rarity and condition. Let me explain. Most coins in circulation experience wear and tear. They get scratched, dented, and discolored over time. However, if a coin like the 1999 War in the Pacific nickel is found in pristine condition, it can fetch an extraordinary price at auctions. Coin collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are in what's called mint state. Let's talk about mint state for a moment. A mint state coin is one that has never been circulated. It appears exactly as it did when it was first struck at the mint. No scratches, no wear, just pure perfection. For the 1999 War in the Pacific nickel, finding one in mint state is like finding a needle in a haystack. That's why it's so valuable. Now, let's discuss how you can identify one of these rare coins. First, look for the mint mark. On Jefferson nickels, the mint mark is located on the obverse side of the coin, to the right of Thomas Jefferson's portrait. If you see a small P, that indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, take a closer look at the details on the reverse side. The design should feature the Pacific Theater imagery. If you're unsure, consider using a magnifying glass or a coin loop to inspect the finer details. Every little detail matters and it comes to identifying a valuable coin. If you think you found one of these coins, the next step is to have it graded. Grading is done by professional numismatists who assess the coin's condition and assign it a grade. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A grade of MS 65 or higher is what you'll need to hit that $2 million mark. Now, you might be wondering, how can you increase your chances of finding one of these coins? Well, the truth is, it's a bit of a treasure hunt. Check your loose change, look through old coin collections, and even visit coin shops or estate sales. You never know where a hidden gem might be waiting, but remember, not every 1999 War in the Pacific nickel will be worth millions. The key factors are its rarity, condition, and historical significance. Coins with errors or unique minting characteristics can also significantly increase in value. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate the historical importance of this coin. The war in the Pacific was a pivotal part of World War II, and this coin serves as a tribute to the bravery and sacrifices of that time. Owning a piece like this is not just about the monetary value. It's about holding a tangible piece of history in your hands. If you enjoyed today's video and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the thrill of the hunt is something we all share. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next person to discover a 1999 War in the Pacific Jefferson nickel worth millions.